core endeavor. He was with Hawks and Gene Sprout.
Gene Sprout?
The world's not happy with heroes.
Apparently, according to Hawks, he holds the phone really cool.
Jojo Pose, Pose, Pose. Jojo Pose, Pose, Pose. Jojo Pose, Pose, Pose. Jojo Pose, Pose, Pose.
There's no going back now, so if Yusuf walks in buck-ass nude, it's over.
You hear fucking channels going.
Oh, well. There goes like a year or two. Oh, well. Oh, God. He just put it back in.
Yeah.
Well, good timing.
Incredible.
What?
Hogwarts Legacy ad. Look at this.
What?
We're getting in trouble on Twitter just for mentioning that fucking game.
No, dude, how dare you play a game that you like because the creator of the book said the game is loosely based on said one line that was kind of remotely controversial a little bit. How dare you play a game?
Hey.
You fucking incel, fucking bigot, piece of shit. You deserve to fucking die.
Mitch, you know the old saying. If you like wizards, you're against trans rights.
True.
We live.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yep. And that is forever here. Until the VOD, goes away.
Fucking, that whole
you said
that whole fucking dumb. That's so fucking stupid, man. First of all,
we should talk about My Hero instead.
First of all, learn to separate.
Talk about My Hero instead.
First of all,
before we go on to a rant with that, how about we introduce? Welcome everyone to this episode podcast number 61, where today we are talking about some. Maybe Mitch's thoughts on mobpsycho because he missed last week, some other Harry Potter shit, and more importantly, My Hero Academia episodes 132 and 133, where shit is starting to get slightly more darker.
I wanted to fucking do this rant before that, so that way we could just drop it and then move into it. But now you guys are making me go back into it.
Yeah, get back into
it. First of all, it's fucking stupid. People need to learn to separate the art from the artist, right? If you enjoy something, you don't need to enjoy the person that created it, okay? Second of all, she didn't even say anything that controversial, okay? She just said...
I don't even know.
It's fucking ridiculous.
From what I heard, she was pretty vocal about it. About her stance, at least. Like, she was very much not changing where she felt.
Yeah, I thought she just doubled down on it.
Isn't that controversial? I'm sorry.
I don't even know what she said.
Twitter cancel me. I don't give a shit. Saying that men can't get their periods is not a fucking big deal.
Oh my God.
It's almost like biology or something.
All right, guys, we're going to have a serious conversation after this podcast because I don't think Mitch is going to cut it anymore.
Kick me out and replace me with someone else.
Yeah, we want people that only agree with us and our beliefs.
Replace me with fucking someone that, some brainwash.
What do you mean? We've already got a backup right here.
Yeah.
It's fucking towel.
Yeah, we'll just need your address, Mitch, and then we'll ship the towel to you. And then when the podcast starts, you just put the towel.
Address. Look.
It's for the bit, dude. Meh.
We don't know each other in real life.
If you play Hogwarts Legacy, you are a fucking racist bigot piece of shit. So you
But I did find out through doing multiple quests or fucking what quest? Stupid. Like the cat questionnaire thing, I figured out what house I'm in. Does anyone have any?
A fucking Hufflepuff, dude.
Any guesses?
You're probably a fucking Hufflepuff.
That's what I think too.
You fucking huff some puffs.
I'll say Gryffindor.
Actually, no. Yeah, Alex told me last night. I know what you are.
No.
I am a basic bitch Gryffindor.
Gryffindor, yeah.
Woo! I guess right.
Question: does anyone know why the fuck it's called Hufflepuff? Because that name's stupid.
Because they fucking
Mitch, you said you haven't taken yours either.
Because isn't the animal sign for it? Isn't it like a badger or some shit?
Badger.
How the hell is that? Slytherin makes sense because the snake, right? Ravenclaw because it's a fucking bird or whatever, a raven. Gryffindor is a fucking cool ass griffin. But what the fuck's a Hufflepuff?
It's a mix between Jumpluff and Jigglypuff.
It's where all the fucking rejects go, man.
So that's pretty much half the people on our Discord.
Dude, so it's like Gryffindor's for the brave, like popular kids, Slytherin's for the weird, evil kids, Ravenclaw's for the super smart, like intelligent kids, and Hufflepuff's for the rest.
Well, Mitch, what's your sign?
When I did the fucking Pottermore quiz, they said it was like 55% Gryffindor and 45% Slytherin.
Oh, so
nice.
So it was
diametrically opposed.
You got to pick between mommy or daddy here. You know,
I said I would pick Slytherin because Slytherins have more fun. They don't have to follow the rules. Dude,
I forgot how good the first Harry Potter movie was, dude. Because me and Lana watched it over the weekend, and I was like, God damn, this movie may be 2.5 hours, but damn, is it pretty good.
Read the books, bro. The books are better.
But words hurt brain. I need to watch an English movie with subtitles on because I'm too stupid to listen and I'm too dumb to read. So I just I get both halves and it comes to a whole, you know?
Reading's good for you, dude.
Yeah, well, you know, I already got a story I need to read.
True.
When I get time. But, Mitch, was there... before we started this podcast tonight, you were mentioning some things about mobpsycho. Do you want to hash out some stuff?
Well, first of all, it's phenomenal. That those 4 episodes were phenomenal. And then the voice actor for the purple kid blew me away. How that scene where he was just going crazy.
Oh, yeah, Blonde Thanos.
Gerald.
Blew me fucking away. Cause I was like, why does his voice sound so familiar? And I looked it up. It's the same voice actor as Inosuke, but the range he went at, like the calm, super like sadistic, and then he would go crazy and start screaming. I was like, man, this guy's fucking killing it. So it's great.
Yeah, the English voice actor did a good job too, but I'm sure if I listened to the sub version, I would say it's probably better.
It's so good.
Because it's just, I don't know what about sub. It's just the actors give so much more raw emotion out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's usually the best part of watching stuff subbed.
Yeah. So just those 4 episodes were just great. Right now, like I said, Mob is still a 10 out of 10 for me right now.
Well, the question I have is, are you like pulled back into it? Because like after the first 4 episodes, you're kind of like, I need a bad guy. Like, are you down with these? What's the name of them?
Claw.
The Claw guys.
I mean, they're okay. I mean, we don't really know anything about them yet, so they're okay. I was kind of hoping, and I'm still kind of hoping that Ray, that's his name. That's the younger brother's name, right? Ray.
I don't remember.
What's the younger brother's name?
Ritsu.
Oh yeah, Ritz Cracker.
I'm still kind of under the hope that Ritsu joins Claw and uses his powers to become part of Claw, and then Mob has to fight Ritsu. That's what I want to happen. But
yeah,
so and I was getting really excited that Ritsu was going to become the main antagonist of the season, but we'll see.
Well, I agree. Don't forget, Ritsu can still hopefully join or recruit the codename kids next door to be his henchmen.
Dude,
like Bowser in the mini castle.
Awesome. What a bunch of throwaway characters, man. I completely forgot about them. That's how like inconsequential they were from my first watch through.
And then I want to know why Mob is so strong too, because he got his fucking ass kicked by that dude with the gauntlets, and then he's just like, haha, you thought, bitch.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was getting destroyed, and then he just like turned the table, and then the dude got wrecked.
Like I was like,
really good. Like,
so at first I was like, there's no fucking way Mob would survive, because he's just a fucking like 12-year-old boy getting thrown against buildings and slammed with the walls and shit. I was like, okay, he'd be dead. So his powers have to give him some like physical buffs too, not just.
Well, I imagine my guess would be he's like covering himself with some sort of like psychic shield or something. Mm-hmm. So it's like a coat of armor that's actually preventing him from taking serious damage.
No, but they did not pull any punches because they were like, oh, grown ass adult kicking the shit out of a middle schooler. Yeah, let's do it. They fucking beat the shit out of him, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking awesome though.
I mean, what about that possibility that, I mean, this is what it is right now, and the Mob doesn't know why he's so strong, but he just is. And because he knows he is, he doesn't want to use his powers. Because we have flashbacks between what happened with him and Ritsu and the bullies and shit.
I thought it was a really good twist, or a really good like subversion of expectations, that Ritsu wasn't this caring younger brother, that he was just pretending to be nice and care about Mob because he was scared of Mob and he didn't want Mob to get annoyed. So whenever he thought Mob was like in a dark place, he'd be a good little brother and like ask him if he was okay. But that wasn't out of love, that was out of animosity and like, fuck, I don't want to die.
Yeah. So, no, if my brother was able to fucking destroy entire buildings just by being sad, I'd be like, dude, I am gonna make sure you have the happiest fucking life ever. Like, holy nutsacks.
Yeah, that was cool though. It's a good show. Really good show.
But
I want more of Reagan too. I miss Reagan was barely in any of these episodes.
Yeah, it's true. He kind of took a backseat and just was kind of like a fucking counselor to Mob just a little bit. So hopefully he comes back in the later episodes. But speaking about good, we are talking about My Hero now. Episodes 132 and 133. Thoughts?
Good. That was very good. Like you said.
I am fucking bummed that 133 ended where it ended because I just wanted to keep watching. I was like, damn it. It's not like as bad as like Attack on Titan Blue Balls, but god damn, dude. Do I need my fucking My Hero thrill right now?
It's like 2 episodes almost isn't enough to talk about because they have one really hype episode and then one like build up episode and then one really hype episode. So it's like you want to talk about the 2 hype episodes with like the story episode in between. But, no, it was fucking good. It's crazy to me how much fucking stronger Deku is now than he was in season 3.
Yeah, because now he's using like 45% of One For All. Using One For All at 45% strength.
He one-shot Muscular, dude.
Well, that wasn't all him though. That fucking Vibrate guy actually fucked up his muscle fibers and gave him a pretty good opening.
Yeah, but also like just how like his battle IQ has gone up a lot better, a lot more too, because they did the close up like his armor was weakened and he knew that was a weakness of Muscular. Also, I'm glad that we got a rematch, but it wasn't a really long one. But I think that also shows the growth that Midoriya had. But like the fact that he like precisely aimed his punch right through into like the weakest part of his figure just shows how much he's grown. And then we got to see I think was it the second user's power in that fight with the smoke screen?
No, that
was the fourth,
seventh.
That's ends. That's the 6th user. The guy that wears like a turtleneck around his face.
Yeah.
Is the 4th user the Black Whip?
4th user is Danger Sense. 5th user is Black Whip.
Okay. Because 2 and 3 were the motherfuckers looking at the wall.
The bodyguards.
Yeah.
So the 2 and 3 agreed to help. We just don't know their quirks yet. Well, Trav and I know their quirks, but you two don't.
I have a feeling like it could just be a pure coincidence. Maybe it is, but like flash forward to I don't know her name, but the girl that makes you eat her hair. Shot her bullet and Deku caught it like midair. I feel like that wasn't just like a normal catch. Like it was just really weird.
Well, that was Danger Sense helping him catch it.
So he actually caught it just with the aid of Danger Sense.
Yeah,
because he knew it was coming. You know.
Right.
It's exactly like fucking because I think the author took a lot of inspiration from like Spider-Man. So, the whole gimmick about the spider sense is that, Spider-Man knows that there's some shit going on around him, but it's up to him to react to it. So it's similar with Deku, because now with Danger Sense, he knows something's going down and he can just assume where the bullet's coming from.
Also, this is very, very minor spoilers because we're gonna get it in the next 2 or 3 episodes, but I'm almost 100% positive Deku used the 3rd's quirk in that fight against Muscular. It was just very subtle, and they didn't tell you yet. And you'll see it again soon, but I'm almost positive he used it.
I'm also having flashbacks to Trav just straight up memeing about one of the One For All users' quirk being gun because the 2nd user legit just had a fucking gun out of his arm in the flashback. I'm gonna be salty as hell if it's just gun.
No, doesn't the second remind you of a certain someone that also wears gauntlets on his wrists and has spiky hair?
Maybe.
The Mr. Mike, the fucking.
Oh my god.
The fucking
that
guy. Oh,
it's fucking Deco, dude.
Deco.
Yeah. It's true. Our fan fiction is becoming reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks a lot like Bakugo, and he's got. I mean, you'll see what his quirk is when they reveal it. But
so it was pretty much alluded to in the flashback of the second and third saving the first user, but like they both existed at the same time, like the second and third user, right? Like when they both like knock open up, and like you had number 2 and number 3 right behind them. So I wonder, did they both actually have One for All passed on to them concurrently, and they both had it?
Yeah. So what happened is the first passed it to the second, and then the second and the third lived during the time of All for One's highest power. So the second died in battle, and right before he died, he passed to the third, and the third fled.
Oh, so they didn't have it at the same time. Like
No,
it was just rapidly passed, but they worked together. Okay.
Yeah, because the second and third, like I said, lived in the time of like constant warfare and constant fighting. So, which I don't understand how or who was the first One for All user that like brought the peace back, because I don't know how they go from all out war 24/7 to where we were at the start of the series. Like, was it Banjo? Was it N? Was it Nana? Like, who was the one that beat All for One the first time to where All Might could set up that peaceful society? Like,
I think they mentioned it, I think, at one point in these episodes. I don't remember which user it was.
Like, I know All Might has beaten him twice. He beat him before the series started. That's how he got that thing on his stomach that hurts him. And then he beat him in season 3. But I don't know who else beat him.
Yeah, I think we're missing kind of a detail in the timeline, because my first thought was like, well, yeah, All Might beat him, but then, yeah, I forgot he got the injury, and I can't imagine he went for like how many plus years with that injury still working as a hero, you know?
Well, yeah, and you have to think, like, we've seen flashbacks to Nana Shimura's time, the 7th user, and it was in Gran Torino when he was younger, and it's peaceful, and it's not a warlike state when they're alive. So
yeah, it must have been like the 3rd or 4th user then, because Black Whip was. Go ahead.
Yeah, we also know the 4th user. He never fought One for All. He or All for One. He went into hiding and kept running from him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it must have been 5 or 6 that beat him. So
Blackwood becoming fucking clutch, dude. I just looking at that guy, I can't imagine him being like the savior of society.
Yeah, I can't
what
imagine
was the savior of society to do with the fucking turtleneck that just blows fucking shit out gas?
Yeah, just fucking smoke out his ass, literal.
Oh no, it was cool too when you heard number 6 tell Deku, he's like, "Hey, none of our quirks are finishing blows in themselves. You have to figure out a way to make them all work together so they can be a finishing blow.
Use them as tools. Don't think of them individually as like a ultimate thing."
I mean, even though fucking 100% smash is definitely a finishing blow, but
yeah, I actually really, really like how they made it work with each user kind of coaching Deku in his head as he's fighting or just existing. Like they're just kind of guiding him.
It's a really cool shot where like all these fucking spirits of One for All just surrounded Deku, and they're like, "All right, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get that All for One." And then Deku's like, "Yeah," and then he eats his pork bun like nothing's going on. I'll get to it later. I'm eating lunch.
The pork cutlets.
Oh, sorry, pork cutlets. They look clean, yeah.
Dude, shout out to fucking All Might, just zipping around in the Batmobile, just running errands, giving him lunch.
Yeah, bringing people in,
giving him orders like, "Here, clean up my mess. Give me my food."
Take
this
Deku's an actual hero now. He's not really a student anymore. he has to. He's in a position where he has to put on a brave front, and he has to be an actual hero.
Yeah, dude, he left our Hero Academia. If I have to hear that shit one more time, I'm gonna throw up. The cringiest shit I ever heard in my life.
Hey, just so you know, we're gonna keep my quirk secret away from the public, causing even more civil distrust. But I'm gonna write individual letters to all my best friends in my class about my quirk. Hey, just so you don't tell anybody in the public. Thank you. Bye-bye, Midoriya.
It's like
hugs and kisses.
In that day, Deku left our Hero Academia. Fucking gross,
and already he's going around like a quote-unquote vigilante, and the other two students from the high school like already recognized him basically. I mean, the girl not so much, but the vibrations guy knew who he was right away.
Yeah. But I don't know. Deku, he's not even like Dark Deku is such an overstatement because he's not even dark. He's just Deku with a fucking mask on.
He's more serious, I guess, or I think it gets. The name starts to fit a little bit more the further we go on with this arc, but yeah, it's definitely way more tame at the start. Mm-hmm. It's still definitely Midoriya behind that mask.
Can you remind me again of why his like hood thing has like rabbit ears?
All Might's head hair.
Okay.
You wanted to look like All Might.
Same with the mouth guard. Originally, it had like a smile on it, and that was supposed to represent All Might's constant smiles.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So yeah, the entire costume is based around copying All Might, but slowly with improvements, it's turned into something somewhat new.
I like Gran Torino's
cape,
little speech or pep talk.
I was gonna bring that up too. I was gonna bring that up alongside what I was gonna bring up next. How this episode completely just like did the opposite of what shonens normally do. Because normally what a shonen will do is say you have to save the bad guy no matter what the cost. And Gran Torino's like, bitch, you have to kill him. Sometimes killing is the only way to save people. And I was like, yes, thank you. Someone's actually speaking the truth here.
Mm-hmm. He's just like, hey, I know this is kind of fucked up, but it'll look cool on you. Put it on. Put on my cape. Let's rip the shit.
He's like, I should have been the one to kill him. I'm sorry, you have to kill him. And Deku's just like, huh? Old man, you think I'm going to kill him? Psych.
Bitch, look at my arms. I don't get ripped up for no reason. I do dumb shit all the time.
And then I loved the scene with Izuku and his mom, because 99% of shonens don't have parents, and like you don't realize like there's never that like side plot of like the parents be like, fuck no, I don't want my kid to go save the world and risk his life. Fuck that.
So what you mean to tell me is that not only did you give my quirkless son a quirk without asking me at all, going behind your back and feeding my child a lock of your hair, but now this all-seeing supervillain with like 1,000 different powers is gunning for him.
500 years.
You mean to tell me this power has been siphoned through generations of different heroes and now is all being unleashed inside my son's body? Yes, about sums it up. That sounds good. What are you gonna do? I'm retired. I can't really. I got a cool car. Well, what the fuck?
I can give him some pork.
What you think?
Midoriya's like, nah, bruh, I got this.
No, he's like, Mom, remember that one time we played superheroes when I was like 4? That's why I have to do this. And she's like, okay, I
You mean to tell me when you were 4 years old and I went with your bullshit, that stuck with you?
I smiled at you and said,
now you're gonna take on this entire villain empire just because I played heroes with you? Holy fuck, I'm a terrible parent.
I know.
You're grounded, mister.
Yeah.
What was that all about when he was like in the hospital and the doctors were like, well, your arms suck, but they're not that bad, but they could be bad, but it's not bad. I have
no clue. I was not. It was so confusing in my brain.
I think what they were saying is that, hey, Your arms are still fucked. They're not as fucked as they used to be fucked because your body's used to the quirk now.
But I think it's
still don't punch shit.
Somehow
you're not gonna be able to use your arms anymore.
With the overcomplicated nature of One for All, somehow the power was able to pad up the inside of his body so that all the damage sustained on his arms was more outward than normally inward, because the power used to be like an explosion in his body that fucked up his like muscles and tendons and shit. But now it's more of an outer injury. But then he was just like, oh yeah, but if you keep fucking him up, it's over. Cool.
So
makes no sense though. I don't get it.
You know what I guarantee you is gonna happen at the end of this fucking show or manga.
Still won't make any sense.
I guarantee you one or two things is gonna happen. One, either the first prediction's right and Deku will be the last user of One for All, or whatever the fuck it's called, All for One. And then
there you go, right?
So either that, and he's gonna be, after the final fight for Shigaraki, he's either gonna die or he's gonna lose his arms. He's not gonna be able to fight anymore. Or two, he will not be able to use his arms anymore, and he'll transfer the power to someone else, like Eri or something. We'll get My Hero Academia Boruto, but with Eri instead.
What the fuck? No, that makes no sense.
No.
Eri can't have the quirk, otherwise she's gonna die.
Dude, the sequel wouldn't even be because the author's gonna fucking have it out for you. It's not gonna be My Hero Boruto. It'll be Our Hero Academia.
Incredible.
Well, Mitch brings up an interesting point. It's like, the only ending that would have like major consequences is if Deku dies.
I think he has to die.
Because if, let's say, he does survive and the world's saved, and the only thing that's fucked up is his arms, he can't use them anymore. Well, it's so inconsequential because he could just go to Eri and be like, "Hey, fix me up, dog."
True. Yeah.
It's like that's the problem. Like series like Dragon Ball has, because now it's like somebody dies, they're like, "Oh, we got Dragon Balls. Let's wish them back from fucking death." In My Hero, it's like couldn't they do the same thing with Aizawa with his fucking eye?
Yeah.
But they couldn't. They can't just kill Shigaraki. He has to kill Shigaraki, the original All for One, right? Because him with the professor helped, I guess, get Shigaraki capable of actually getting the power. Like all those three people have to die.
Wait, does Eri only affect like living tissue?
I have no idea.
Because I just had a intrusive thought thinking that fucking shield guy, that moo guy that's all fucking powder now, couldn't Eri just go like, "Hey dog," he's just back to normal?
Eri's power is such a fucking ass pull. Like it could be like if she develops it and they get like when she gets older, they could do anything they want. Like fucking All for One could nuke the world and Eri could be like, "Ha, psych, bitch, rewind it all."
Bitch, you thought.
Like her
look at my
power
horn.
is such an ass pull. So
yeah, I mean there has to be some limit to it. She probably can't overclock it.
It does what it needs to do to move the story along.
It's plot convenience.
Imagine if Eri's quirk became part of One for All, and like for the future successors, dude. That's it,
dude. The ultimate weapon against All for One, you just throw a little girl at him, and then just watch as he just de-ages fucking 500 years. Shit!
Yes,
get it off
exactly.
Of me! Get it off of me!
Just de-age him.
Yeah,
dude. If I was Deku, I would just fucking throw Eri in my backpack and say, "Keep her winding," so I can use 100% of the time.
No, just make a big ass cannon and shoot that little girl at them. Just tell Eri to hold on tight.
Just tie her with the cape again, and then
listen.
Have her.
Let's just start. Dude. Listen, Eri. I know you got cut up by that fucking mafia guy, but listen, we need to make some more bullets. We gotta make some more bullets, dog. We're gonna take some of this research. Like, just imagine how strong the heroes would be if they could just go like, "Oh yeah, Nomu."
It's like fucking. Morals make no fucking sense, man. Sometimes morals don't, like, you can't have morals to win, man.
No, I'd be like, Eri, listen, we're at fucking war.
Yeah.
We need you, dog. We need you to listen. Important. You already been cut up enough. Like, we'll really feel that worse. You know, you could just reverse the pain, right?
Yeah, just imagine Ari, like a little tiny little girl, just fucking swinging through the city like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Dodging bullets and shit. You mentioned Overhaul too.
Oh, dude.
Whatever that girl, she went through all that trouble to fucking find him knocking on the door with his head, let him out. She did this dude so dirty and just popped him right back in the fucking closet on the roof. No one's gonna find him now.
Fucking the closet, bitch. I'll come back for you when I'm done.
He's like, Dad, you're dead.
Papa.
I need my
pop. You do it to my dada.
Even though he's probably dead because you fucking killed his organs with your power. Like, he deconstructed like his organs. So now he's, yeah, that's what the Overhaul did to his dad. Because he kept getting in the way of his like research and stuff. So he actually like deconstructed like some organ in him. So that's why he was bedridden.
Yeah.
He needs like a machine to stay alive pretty much. So Overhaul's big reason of wanting to get back to his old man is to fix what he did to him.
To reconstruct his organ.
But he fucking can't do that. He had no arms. All right, just take him to Ari and get his arms fixed up, right? Couldn't Ari just reverse the day? I fucking hate this. I hate that character now. She's so bullshit.
Broken, man.
It's just as dumb as the fucking Dragon Balls, man. Holy shit.
The entire power scaling. Ari is broken, dude.
Just as broken as the sniper girl now that can fucking walk on air. Busted ass.
Will she eventually run out of bullets, though? Because she uses bullets with her hair.
You know how bad that would hurt? Fuck! Shoving in a fucking gun.
She seems to be used to it, I guess.
Out like one strand. She's pulling out like a fucking like
chunk.
10,000 fucking strands, dude. Yeah, making it into a bullet.
Together into a bullet, yeah.
Maybe she has... well, it seems like she has like full control of her body because she's like turning like her shoulder into like a fucking scope somehow.
She's a human sniper rifle, man.
Her power fucking disgusts me. Just gonna say it. It's fucking gross.
One of her arms, and she uses her hair. It's kind of like a weird whole ass situation with multiple parts of her body.
But did you just see the hole in her right hand? You're like, yeah, bet would.
No, I was talking about the hole in her hand. I was talking about her fucking rifle barrel.
Whoa. Would.
Yes. Leading a gun, dude. Fucking yes.
Fucking
her backstory's cool too.
Yeah, she worked with Hawks like as her superior or his superior.
In Hawks' team, like the undercover heroes, and then she killed her like partner because she had like a stain thing where it's like, oh, your society's so corrupt and evil and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I imagine the shit they had to do while undercover was pretty messed up, so I think everyone just has their boiling point. So eventually she just snapped and, you know, the society just kind of washed their hands away from her. Mm-hmm. So she got thrown into that fucking, what was the name of the prison? The Tartarus?
Tartarus.
Yeah.
Tartar sauce.
Yeah. Potatoes.
So I forget, what did All for One like promise her if she worked for him? Or did he even promise her anything?
Just a chance to rebuild society, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. And then he gave her
because
that general
because the reason that she turned rogue in the first place, like he just wanted to.
I am the evil guy. Listen to my monologue and trust me without any hesitation.
And you're becoming airbender.
The motivation he gave to her for hunting Deku was that with Deku not, like, if Deku's still alive, then that vision they have will never be able to be accomplished.
Yeah, I need you to kill this fucking teenage boy.
13-year-old kid. 14-year-old kid.
Well,
however fucking old he is.
Not kill. It sounds like they want her to bring him in alive.
Yeah, because
they want him alive because they need Shiggy to fucking sap up his soul.
Yeah, take one, bro.
Suck him off, bro.
Look it up.
Nice. Poor Endeavor, right? Poor Endeavor. He was with Hawks and Gene Sprout.
Gene Sprout.
The world's not happy with heroes.
Apparently, according to Hawks, he holds the phone really cool. He holds the phone like this shit.
I saw that shit and I'm like, what? He's like, wow, he holds the phone so cool. And I'm like,
so weird. So weird, man.
It's like extra as hell, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you reached me.
He's not even touching. Hey, he's not even touching his head.
It's the top and the bottom. Yeah.
He's like covering it. He's like,
yeah, that's how he holds it. Yeah.
Asshole.
He doesn't want to mess up his hair, dude.
Fuck that, dude.
He doesn't want to mess up his hair.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, Mitch, way to bring logic into this, you asshole. Why can't we just make fun of people without any like logic behind it? This damn society.
We live in a society.
This podcast is sponsored by Hogwarts Legacy.
That was sponsored by Brisk.
It's good. Lemon tea.
Yeah, I mean, Endeavor he's kind of just being an Endeavor. He just gets shit thrown at him for no reason. He's just trying his best.
You know, except his child killed a bunch of innocent people.
It's not his fault that his child's a fucking psychopath. No, it's not.
I don't know about that one, dog.
I think you're in the wrong why it is his fault.
That's absurd, man. That's absurd. Just because you're a shitty parent doesn't mean it's your fault that your kid turned out so fucking psycho. I know a lot of people that have shitty parents that aren't fucking psychos.
Well,
you know.
Well, there's still a percentage. And you know, Dobby is the fucking.
He had a non-zero effect on what has happened, so he's somewhat responsible. Maybe not necessarily fully,
to make amends, man. Let the guy. This fucking.
I hate fucking people in this show. I hate the fucking civilians so much too, because they're like, if you just would have warned us, none of this happens. Like, motherfucker, this guy touched the ground and half a city and a hospital went up in smoke. Like, how about you try fighting with your fucking pea shooter bubble blower against an innocent lady in the fucking rain? How about you all suck my ass?
Dude, but they did fucking warn them. They were evacuating the cities. What else the fuck do they want?
I know. Yeah, and this dude's like, if you would have just caught Shigaraki, none of this would happen. It's like, bitch.
Oh, thank you.
He almost killed like 6 of the top 10 heroes.
Oh,
dude.
wow.
What's going
Thank
on?
you. Wow. Maybe we were looking for him the entire fucking time. What were you doing? Scratching your balls watching the fucking Price is Right or some shit?
Yeah, exactly. Also, at some point, Endeavor did catch Shigaraki, did his fucking ultra sunburn, whatever the fuck it's called, attack, and he still lived.
Yeah, he burned my fucking burnt chicken.
Dude, I would have loved Endeavor if he would like, bro, that motherfucker had 3rd-degree burns over 95% of this bitch's body, and he is still alive. Fuck off.
Motherfucker ate a promised burn to the face.
You want to try some of this? I got some more burn in me. I got some shit to work out, okay?
Damn.
No, but yeah, Muscular just kind of was there and gone.
Fucking fodder, dude.
Yeah, motherfucker puts a rock in his eye just to kind of, you know, pretend it is like one of his lenses or whatever.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Well, in the first fight,
it's like an eye patch, so metal.
Yeah, when he like fought Midoriya in season 3, he put on like, when he's going serious, he puts on like a certain fucking contact lens. So when he fought Midoriya again, he just found the nearest fucking rock and put it in his eye socket. I'm like, wow, that's a good use of your time.
So he fought Midoriya one-eyed?
Well, he only has one eye.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, he had one eye the first fight too. It's not like I lost it in between.
I don't remember.
It was fucking Koda's parents that, you know, fought against him and made him lose his eye.
A fucking pea squirter boy.
Yeah.
I'm like here trying to think of. You said the third's power was like subtly showed in that fight. I'm like trying to replay it, and I have like a bunch of guesses, but I don't want to keep like saying what they are because.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you because, like I said, you'll learn it soon. I'll say this is kind of spoilers. You will learn what the third's quirk is during the Lady Nagant fight.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna rewatch this short muscular fight and see if I can pick up on it.
Yeah. What's the guy's name? The vibrator guy. You know.
Yeah.
Yo.
What about him?
Yo. Wait, that's his name.
Yeah. It's Yo like Shindori or something.
All right. So Yo gets absolutely fucking bodied.
It's two leathers.
I got nothing for him, dude. Yo. Well, Yo getting smashed.
That's what his classmate calls him. She calls him Yo-Yo. Yo-Yo kun. Cute. So, now he gets his fucking ass beat.
Well, Yo tomato paste gets fucking choked out pretty much after, vibrating the shit out of muscular. Close your eyes and don't let your thoughts stray too far away from my words. But
I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah. He probably gets all the girls, dude.
Well, yeah, he's got a very charming personality, right?
Absolutely.
He does the poses and shit. And he's like, believe me, we'll help you guys. Source,
vibrate every
trust
part
me.
Of his body?
It only comes out of his hands, though.
Do you think he what if his quirk awakening lets him vibrate every part of his body?
Then he's gonna have a good, thriving relationship.
Yeah, dude.
Did I say thriving? I meant throbbing. Moving on. But yeah, no, we mentioned earlier that the Deku from season 3 to this season is it's like night and day, just how strong he's gotten. And it's not just because he can handle like a bigger threshold of the stocked up power that he normally uses with full cowling, but it's just now he combines like Black Whip and Float and Danger Sense and this new like purple fucking smoke
screen.
The fucking blow smoke out of my ass thing.
He's getting headaches left and right now.
Yeah, so Deku is it just shows how fucking strong One For All is when used like wholesale compared to his normal full cowling shit.
So do you think like All Might used Danger Sense and shit?
No.
Like the stuff that wasn't...
No. Because All Might never got that visions of the previous users. It was only Deku that did. Because if you remember the sports festival in season 2, that with that fucking brainwashing guy, where Deku snapped his fingers and broke like 2 of them just to wake himself out of that trance. He mentioned that to All Might, but All Might was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Ghosts? That's spooky." As spooky. So it shows that All Might's never had any connection with the previous users. He's only been able to use the original user's power of using that stocked up power. But Deku, of course, because he's our main protagonist, gets the whole kit and caboodle.
I'm confused as to why All Might would go through the trouble of taking notes on all the previous users' quirks and like getting all their fucking shit down.
Didn't that happen after Black Whip?
No, All Might had been collecting notes on their fucking quirks his entire career.
Their quirks, how they died, etc. Yeah.
He's been collecting notes on the previous users his entire career. Maybe he was trying to get to that point and unlock them, because maybe Nama could access some of their other quirks, but he couldn't.
No, I don't know. I don't know exactly why All Might was taking the notes. I just assume he was taking the notes because Deku mentioned the previous users, and so then he was starting to think about the future and what that means for Deku. And after the whole Blackwood situation, it's like, all right, I gotta get these notes in order because something's going on with this fucking kid.
I just find it weird that the previous users I feel like All Might is a better, would have been a better person to defeat One for All than Deku, or All for One than Deku. Like, why weren't the previous users like, let's get this guy that's quirkless?
Well, it had to be some situation because the first user mentioned something about not being able to communicate until some situation happened with Deku. This whole thing started with him, with the whole quirk awakening shit.
I'm just gonna stop fucking questioning. It's just fucking anime protagonist bullshit, dude.
I know, that's like the easiest answer. It's because Midoriya is the fucking protagonist in the story. He gets this crazy strong bullshit power. Mm-hmm. And why does All Might not get that power versus Deku? I don't know. Because they're both quirkless. Hypothetically, they should have had the same result. I don't know what caused Deku to be more special than All Might, but it is what it is, I suppose. No, maybe they'll explain it more.
In my head canon, Toshinori's quirk is that he can get all muscular and shit.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. I feel like I keep fucking asking this, and I'm sorry, but yeah, All Might originally was quirkless, so his whole thing with all the smashes and all the punches, that's just the first user's quirk?
No. The first user's quirk is the ability to transfer quirks.
Okay.
But his brother, All for One...
The power stacking
was given to him.
To him because All for One thought that he was quirkless. So he's like, I'm going to force you to have a quirk. Didn't realize that he already had a quirk, and then so the power stacking was a gift from All for One.
But I just consider it the first user's thing.
Yeah, so that's what All Might
used.
That's what his quirk was.
Yeah.
But
that he used.
The way he uses the power, he has the different techniques with the name of the smashes. So Detroit is a more powerful version of that shit, and fucking United whatever States. Other names. Yeah, that's the big
Missouri.
Amalgamation of power, and that's him not holding back at all. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
New Jersey.
Delaware.
And so that's why. Is it because he was quirkless that there's just this gold spirit sitting there for All Might, or is it because he's not dead yet?
He's not dead yet.
I think I think it's because he is quirkless, because every other user has a quirk.
I'm pretty sure he's still alive.
We had a discussion about this last time we talked about My Hero. Yeah. I don't think, even if All Might dies, I don't think he'll show up in his... I think he'll always be a phantom because he didn't give anything to One for All. Everyone else gave their quirk and then a big essence of themselves into this quirk. All Might didn't donate shit. He just made the power. He just made the quirk stronger through his training and stuff and used it.
But isn't that valuable enough in and of itself?
Apparently
I know
not.
that whole thing maybe exists because they all have quirks, but what if instead it's just because it's, I don't know, it's like a council for the quirk as it's passed on to the successor, and so he's alive, so he's not there.
But he's already passed down the quirk and he doesn't have it anymore, so it doesn't make sense why he's not there already.
He's not dead yet.
He's not dead.
So.
But there's no essence of him connecting him to One for All anymore. All for One knows now is that he is dead because he can't use the quirk anymore. The embers are gone.
He can still bulk up a little bit.
Oh my god! I don't think he's going to appear if he dies. I don't think that's how it works because he's quirkless. He's not doing anything. This is my theory on it.
Sorry, I just had a flash.
If you guys are expecting a fucking Star Wars ghost thing after he dies, I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters because one, I don't think All Might's gonna die, and two, I think Deku's going to die, so I don't think it fucking matters.
You know what? How about this? Best ending. We all die. End the show. That'll be our Hero Academia.
I don't think All Might's gonna die because we already had that whole plot line with Sir Night Eye seeing All Might's death and telling Deku there's nothing that can change it. The future can't be changed. And then Deku's like, bitch, you fucking thought I'm just gonna go ahead and change the future. And then he did. so.
See, my theory about Night Eye was that his vision was full of shit. Because the vision that he saw was Deku getting stabbed, but it doesn't literally show us a body. So maybe he just tricked himself into thinking Deku died.
Well, I'm not talking about that vision. I'm talking about the vision he's had like a long fucking time ago of All Might's death. Mm-hmm. And then he told Deku like, All Might's gonna die. There's nothing we can do to change it. But
that's what I'm saying. He saw Deku's death, but he, saw that it was kind of like a red herring, I guess. But that's what I'm thinking with All Might, because we don't know when he's gonna die. In his vision, it could have been like he thought it could have been next week, a month, years from now. We don't know. But saying, "Hey, All Might, you're gonna die," it's like, no shit. Give me fucking 20 years.
But he didn't just see that All Might was gonna die. He saw how All Might was gonna die. And
he's not dead yet.
And All Might told him, "I don't want to know."
Mm-hmm.
And so, but then as fucking Night Eye was dying, he was like, "Holy shit, this kid can change the future. Maybe All Might will survive." And I think that whole plot gets ruined if they just kill All Might.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this show's like powers are very bullshit at some points, and you can't really explain a lot of stuff with logic and stuff. So I just kind of spitball shit, and they eventually tell us in fucking grueling detail how everything works, and a lot of the time it doesn't make sense.
I'm just confused with that argument. I don't know. I don't know what you're. I feel like we're agreeing, but you're arguing with me.
Mitch, just say right. It's fine.
It's classic for Travis. I mean, come on.
No, we don't have to go into it further, but the vision that Night I saw of Deku was him getting stabbed, and then they show that exact same scene in the later episodes, but it was just him getting like cut in the leg or something. So from my perspective, I just assumed that's what Night Eye saw, and that wasn't actually his death. That was just him getting cut in the leg, but Night Eye saw that and just assumed that was Deku's death. So he just thought the wrong thing through his visions, because he can't. Isn't there like a limit of how much he can see?
I don't know.
No.
It's been a fat minute since we've discussed his powers.
But either way, like, All Might is very inconsequential now. He's just there to be the fucking guy in the cool car.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was gonna say. That I just had a flash of memory back to the episode where like Deku's phone got sniped, and then All Might was like, "Oh shit," because he's like, Deku's signal just went off the grid, and then he looks to his side and there's a little grenade to the mirror into his window. He's like, "Oh shit!" Blows up.
I'm surprised they're relying on Deku's phone as like the wholesale like GPS. Like they don't think of like putting it in like his bag or like on his costume or some other place, because Deku doesn't have a great track record of making sure his phone is okay. Like the muscular fight, the first thing that happened was his phone broke. He's like, "Oh, I'm fucked here."
It doesn't seem very like hero-esque to just pull out a phone to communicate to like other top heroes. Like, why not have like an earpiece or some shit,
Yeah.
Or at least like for what he's doing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a wave to separate Deku from them and raise the tension.
What is the budget at Our Hero Academia?
They're not in our hero right now.
They're all vigilantes right now, bro.
Yeah,
best budget is whatever they have.
There you go. That's what it is. They don't have access to the earpiece budget.
Motherfuckers have a car that shoots grappling hooks and that hook around people. And All Might's car is the fucking thing that David Hasselhoff drove. What was that, fucking Knight Rider or some shit?
Yeah. They spent the whole budget on that. That's why they couldn't afford earpieces.
Deku, you still have your phone, right? And the best is like, all right, cool. That handles the budget issues. That's some bullshit.
What was All Might thinking about when that picture of Night Eye popped up in his head?
It just reminded him of how Night Eye felt supporting All Might because All Might always put himself in danger to help people. He didn't really care about himself. So now the roles are reversed. Now it's All Might caring after Deku, but Deku's, acting completely like All Might.
Night Eye was All Might's sidekick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what role All Might's playing now with Deku. And now he could be like, all right, wow, I was a dick, dude. Sorry. Yeah. My bad, bro. I shall. My bad.
Okay.
But, too bad. There's only one more episode left of My Hero because Deku's going to get shot in the fucking mouth and die. That's the second user's fucking quirk, death. Yeah. Just fucking dies. Don't worry, Eri will just revive him. There's some bullshit with friendship and our hero academia.
Now, no matter what happens, I'm gonna say Eri can just revive him. Eri can just reverse.
I know, isn't that a bitch, dude?
I don't know.
That's like.
That's why you have to be so careful with putting healing into any writing because it's like once you put fucking healing into a story, it's fucking blows everything out.
I was having a fucking meltdown because there was like a moment. I won't go into detail about this too much, but there was like a moment in Dragon Ball where a character was about to die and it was like this big climatic event and like everyone was screaming, but then I was like, why do I care?
Exactly. Yeah.
Why do I care? They have Dragon Balls. They could just bring them back.
Isn't it the case that Eri can only rewind time when it relates specifically to someone's quirk?
It's their body.
And that's how she was able to eliminate people's quirks. And bring that one guy's back.
She rewinded fucking her dad out of existence.
Okay.
No, they're talking about like rewinding them back to the point where they didn't have a quirk or some shit. Bye, Josh. Some shit like that. So they factored the bullet to just target just the quirk element of that person's anatomy, so it reverses it back to the point where the human didn't actually evolve into what they were.
Yeah. Because the reason Overhaul got control of Eri is because she rewound her dad out of existence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because then, it's like, why don't we have her in the medical ward healing the rabbit lady back to her hotness and like repairing Hawks' wings and shit? Like
toddler. She's a toddler, dude. They're not gonna put this.
She's got the most OP quirk ever. We need to utilize this shit.
Morals, dude.
If this was the real world, she would child labor, man. Child labor laws, they don't exist.
Yeah, not in this war.
So yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, anybody?
Yeah, start up my Gryffindor playthrough.
Maybe on the next episode of this episode.
This episode.
I'm Ravenclaw.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. When I did my test, I was Ravenclaw.
Oh, Ravenclaw.
I don't know yet. I'll have to get back to you on that. I've never done it.
Wow. I can't believe it, Josh. What's Towel?
Sorry.
Slytherin?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll do it once for me and I'll let Towel do it next.
Huh? Do I say it wrong?
Slytherin?
Slytherin?
Slytherin.
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 It's like a slithering snake. Slytherin.
Dude, now that you've pointed out how he was saying it and how he should, he's gonna keep saying it wrong to piss you off.
Yeah, I'm actually trying. Did I say it right that time?
Slytherin.
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 Fine. You're good.
I think before he was just saying Slytherin.
I don't know. The way you said it was weird. It just bothered me.
Trev can't pronounce THs. So I mean,
or milk.
Yeah, true.
Bully traffic with our
that's the hang up, honestly. That could be it.
Meh. That's how I feel about that fucking argument. Okay. But with that, it sounds like we have run out of stuff to talk about for these 2 episodes of My Hero Academia. Unless anyone else had something to mention. Well, crickets aside, it sounds like that is going to be the end of this episode podcast. So whoever hung out for the podcast, thank you for hanging out. Hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. We'll definitely not dress up like vigilantes and run around the street. But other than that, roll the outro.
On the next episode of this episode, Trav, Josh, Mitch, and Yusuf wrap up Season 1 of mobpsycho with episodes 9 through 12. If you made it this far, please drop a like and subscribe to keep us going. If you want to listen to us on other platforms, check us out on Spotify at any time, and Twitch, where we stream live on Monday nights. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Oh, yeah. Where's that sub, please?